Hi friends, this is Suzy, your gaming guru, here to help you solve the puzzle of level 1963 in Candy Crush Saga, where we have 17 moves to clear out 154 jelly. If you find these videos helpful, I'd ask that you consider liking and subscribing. That in turn would really help me out. So this is a special dedication to June, who let me know that they've changed the board dramatically. It is a hard level, we can tell by the skull and the purple, so we may be here for a while. And I'll also mention that this is not what it looks like for me on a different browser. So remember that if you're stuck and my board doesn't match your board, you could try playing in a different browser or on a different device to see if you get a different experience. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Cutout's awful, and we've got locked up frosting. Super awful, because now the bottom half doesn't get to repopulate, presumably, until we open this up. That's if things flow like water. If there are portals that are invisible from here to here, then I could make a move down here and things would shift. That's not likely to be the case. Probably we're going to run out of moves up here and be able to test that theory. So I don't have a lot of purple on the board. I'm going to remove purple and try to get some things out of the way. That's going to concentrate that blue that was heavily focused on this board here. And then we get to do some fun things with that. Now, oh, something slid. This isn't populated though, so that kind of tells us that we do have to open these things up. Things aren't going to repopulate on their own. Now I've got a color bomb and I've got stripe dispensers here. Can I get those two to work together? Quite possibly. And if I can, then I will have a better chance of clearing out some of these keys, especially if I've got an orange key, which now I don't, but all right, let's see. I think I'm going to make this stripe. Things are a bit tricky here. It could also very easily just explode and hit me. I think what I'm going to do is put these two together to put these two together. And then hope things don't explode. There we go. Now once I get these open, it'll still be blocked by frosting. I'm trying to make as many combos as I can. And you can see part of that is done by reducing the colors that we have on the board so that things match up more easily. And I know that the corners are going to be difficult for me. So if I have something like a striped wrapped combo that can hit the edges or wrapped in a particularly difficult area, I'm going to look for those opportunities. I don't have much I can do right now. I'd like to bust through some of these. That's double thick. I was hoping to get over here. Oh, here we go. Striped wrapped? No, not a striped wrapped combo, but at least an entrance into here. So now that I can make moves along this edge, maybe I should keep trying to bring some stripes in through there. Kind of tough to do. And now I know I need to go over to this side of the board. And while I'm doing this, our newest family member, Lucy, who's a bit of an older girl and a rescue, feels she has to crawl right up onto my lap. So if you hear her jingling bell, that's because she just made a new home on me. So it's going to be difficult here. The board is difficult enough. Lucy, you're a treasure. All right, let's see. If I did this and this were purple, that would help here. It is not. It does not. I have to get over to here, and I can't really, so I'm just going to make moves that I think are going to trigger something to start this activity. I need to get over here, so I need to get as close to this area as I possibly can. At least the stripes are generous. The dispensers are being kind of nice, but I still don't think I'm going to make it this round. Oh, Lucy, honey, okay, she's on my shoulder now. Now I can make the stripe and it would take out a jelly, and that's kind of nice, but you know, this is a desperate situation here. Instead, what I'm going to do is make moves low to the ground. Remember that stripes can come out of here, so don't always focus on making things when you could be focusing on the mission. Oh, let's see. not much to do, right? Well, here, this looks like the biggest, boldest, baddest move I can make. So on my first try, I'm left with 12 jelly. Not bad. It's going to have to get better. So not only am I going to have to get some of that luck that I had in the beginning where, and remember, it's partially self-constructed luck. I knew to take out the colors that weren't prevalent. Sometimes you're never going to win on a board, no matter what you do, and that just requires persistence. But sometimes you can make choices that have an effect later in the game, and that's always what we need to be looking for. So I'm going to pause the recording, come back with a new board. I'll have the microphone turned off until I have something important to share, and right now I have a cat's butt right in my face. So, oh gosh, I think I just swallowed hair. So hopefully you can hear me talking, because I can't direct my face towards the microphone without getting cat hair in my mouth. Okay, so I'm experimenting here, and already I'm noticing that, yes, this does populate. So they didn't put in the portal information here, but there is a portal because this is continuing to populate. The ones right under the frosting are not. That's important information. Now, I spent a few turns doing things that I probably wouldn't have if I weren't experimenting. So I don't think that I'm going to be able to beat this board, but I'm going to keep trying. And I'm going to use this as instructive. All right, let's do this. I was really hoping to get a combo here. Look at all these fun things on the board. I'm going to do this. There we go. Now, if I take out another color, it would bring more purple onto the board. But the problem is that I run the risk of losing this. Like, let's say when I take out the color, this purple drops down, and then another purple comes here, and it blows everything up. But I would still be getting the benefit of having a color bomb explode on the board. But my keys are purple. I'm going to chance it since I've already been experimenting. I've got a lot of green along these edges of. Yeah, these better not be too purple. Oh, the edges of the frosting. Look at that. Because I thought that the way it stood, I could make a pretty good move, but it wouldn't get the win for me, and I would increase my odds greatly of winning if this worked out. I decided it was worth the risk. If I had had more moves, I probably wouldn't have tried it. But sometimes the risk pays off. Again, I still don't know that I'm going to win, but at least I'm kind of closer than I was. Now this is a problem. It's not allowing me to get through here. I've got a wrapped over here. Looks pretty snazzy to me, but I think what I'm going to do is just do this whole thing of making moves low to the ground and as explosive as possible. I could do this, which would send a stripe along this way and this stripe up. It doesn't hit any layers directly. So I think what I'm going to do instead is this, which hits this, sends this up, and changes the board. Again, it kind of a situation where, you know, I had a series of different bad moves and I was trying to make the best of it. Didn't quite work out that time. I can make a wrapped here, I can make a wrapped here. I can do this and take out layers, but it's not going to help much if this is still here. Since I have to focus over here as well, let's do this and set off this wrapped candy and see if anything we create over here will help over on this side. Not yet. All right. Okay, so it looks like I'm in about the same position I was last time with about the same number of jelly, but I am getting close, so that tells me that I'm on the right path. I'm making some good choices. I just either need better choices or a little bit more luck. Here I go again. Oh, and now I'm going to modify my strategy so that if I can make moves down here in the beginning, I might do that if they're valuable moves because we do populate. That's why I wanted to show you this. It changes my strategy just a bit. Okay, so now I have to figure out the very best approach to get all 4 of these jelly removed with just one turn, but a color bomb. Let's try to puzzle this out. Let's say I take out all purple from the board. It hits these 2. It brings a green down here. It also brings this green 2 down, and then this one 1, 2, 3 down. So that might work. But we still might have residue here. It depends on what else fills in here. Now, let's see about the green. If I take the green out, this gets gone immediately. This comes down here and takes out at least these 3, but there still may be residue here. It looks like I'm kind of stuck either way. I'm going to go for the purple. I'm going to take out the purple and see what happens. I've got a lot of purple in this column. This is the column in the most danger. Now remember, we also have this stripe dispenser. So I want to stay in this column anyway and hope that the stripes help me to finish off this board. Oh, the stripe didn't, but at least we got enough of the cascading to allow that to happen. So in my opinion, June, the way to do this is to focus on... Oh, and by the way, it took me between 10 and 15 tries. So focus on those combos that you can make that open up the edges quickly, preferably the upper edges, so we can get those stripes pouring down, and then look for ways to put things together and hope for a little bit of luck. That end move was not a sure thing. I got a little bit of luck to help me. Once you get that board open, though, luck is more likely to show up. That's setting that foundation to make a better ending. If you have any questions or comments, please put those below. And as always, thanks for watching. And remember, you can also try to play this on a different browser to get a different experience. Bye-bye.